Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bump Day Qualifying, the most stressful day, I think, of the American 700 weekend. And I am here with Vince Freeze and soon-to-be Ryan Griffin. We're going to be the only three guys covering this broadcast for you because a lot of the people that were broadcasting yesterday are attempting in Bump Day Qualifying, as 32 cars are. Of course, there are three cars that we have not seen yet in qualifying for various reasons. First off, let me introduce Vince Freeze. Ryan will be on in a little bit. He's just getting mic'd up a little bit here, taking a little bit of time there. Vince, how are you doing today?
Doing well. I can sit back and relax since the time for us yesterday, and my regular teammate Cody, we're pretty much set. As okay, Nestov's is ready to roll here. Here we go.
Yeah, you have Jenny Kuznetsov driving for Rus Autosports. This is the Russian team on the grid for the American 700. They had a lot of visa problems and therefore could not get to this country until last night. Or actually, they came in yesterday, but they didn't get to the track till last night. So this is the first time he's been out on track. Wouldn't it be
Already,
something?
first thing I noticed is
What?
pretty calm conditions.
Yeah,
Pretty,
very calm so far today, but again, it's similar weather to yesterday. However, changeable weather's always something to watch here. It would be something if Kuznetsov only comes out there, does one lap, and then can't qualify. But as you know, since there are 32 cars going for Bump Day here, 30 cars waiting by the wayside. Kuznetsov 204 entering turn one. Not what I think he would have liked there.
very low line too. 180, 179.
Yeah,
The corner a little loose.
low speeds there for Kuznetsov. Down the backstretch he goes. This is the reason why the Baxter's consolation race exists, is because this team flew out here, went through all this visa trouble to get here, and might only have to go home after one lap here. So you have Jenny Kuznetsov's time is a 190.668. That's actually not that bad.
It's faster than Fitzwater.
It's faster than Fitzwater, so Fitzwater's already taking a tumble down the grid. Next up will be the Team Thunder cars, and we haven't seen them either, so let's take a look at them.
Go for it.
All right, the next car, as they're rolling it out as we speak right now, they have 5 minutes to get the car out there and do a lap before they run out of time. And, oops, sorry there. And the next car coming out will be Anthony Griffith from Sandusky, Ohio. Of course, that is one of the cities that a lot of ARCSOA drivers come from, because it's the same city that Kenny and Maddie Myatt originally came from. Anthony Griffith, of course, is for Team Thunder here. This is a Supra team, okay? This is a Supra team, and the Supras, this is an experimental Supra team, and they've had a lot of problems with teething, getting this car ready to go, because there's a lot of experimental stuff with this car and their teammate car, which is coming out next, of Bob Steffens. So they say that the cars are ready to go now, but if you're Anthony Griffith right now, Vince, you've obviously qualified for this race before. You qualified on pole last year. What would you be thinking if you're Anthony Griffith and Bob Steffens right now in a car that has not set any practice because of reliability and parts woes?
You have to think of the engineers. You got to trust in the engineers. You have to understand that their setup, whatever they're trying to do, is most likely going to be aggressive, considering the fact that this might be your only shot. I mean, we have the Constellation race. It's pretty much don't get the pole, try to get a nice solid top 20, and if that doesn't work, you try. But I don't know. I want to see what the corner speeds are. Before we talked about the top speeds yesterday. We saw 209 from Shepard, which was mind-boggling, and then that 182 number right into the middle of the corner. The 182 is something everyone should be striving for. There we go. We're going to have to find out, but that should be the corner speed entry we're looking for. Anywhere around 205, like we saw Kuznetsov from 204. That won't be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and conditions same as Kuznetsov too. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, here he comes out of the pits. This is Anthony Griffith, of course, coming out of the pits. And, again, an young Ohioan coming out right now. Actually, not really that young. Mainly a short tracker, actually, from Northern Ohio here. As we're going to see what he can do. He actually has some pretty good speed for an outlap through the center of the corner. But I'm interested to see what kind of speed he holds around this track here. And here he goes down the front stretch here to start his quali lap. 195 at the start-finish line. Definitely not going to break any speed records going down into turn 1. But again, very
203.
close, kind of a little slower than Kuznetsov, actually, but held his speed in the corner a lot better. 184 through the corner. That's the fastest cornering speed we've seen since Aiden Shepard.
On the back here through the undulations.
Yeah, those bumps are going to be really harsh for some of these drivers here. And down to 183, 182, 181 in the third corner.
91 again.
I still don't think this will be that bad of a lap, though, for Anthony Griffith.
Could be mirroring Kuznetsov.
And that will be a 191.8. That is a lot better than I had thought for Anthony Griffith there. 191.806. That's actually going to put him pretty decently on the board here, I believe. Out next is the other Team Thunder car. This is Bob Steffens coming out here. And gust of wind has actually started picking up here. An eastern gust of wind, so this could be very, very difficult for Bob Steffens, I believe.
Well, we saw with Dale Cole Jr. what that did to his
his time, yeah.
Yeah,
Keep in mind,
I don't know.
Dale Cole Jr. had a gust of wind hit yesterday. And remember, his teammate was at the time on the front row. He's down in third on the grid right now. Raymond Fisher was. But that gust of wind put Dale Cole Jr. having to fight for bump day. So that will be something very interesting to watch as Bob Steffens starts his lap here. This is going to be a very slow entry into turn 1 here. Not even going to hit 200. 197 there.
Yeah, and looks at the corner speed.
He's got
182.
Not too bad. I mean, his teammate did better through the corner there, but this is where we're going to see some speed out of Steffens. He's already up to 200 before the undulations. Down to turn 3, 205. Got a lot, but he actually, oh no, he didn't. He's down to 190, 179 there.
Yeah.
Here he comes off the corner. This is going to be Bob Steffens' lap here, and that will be a 190.064. That's getting a little bit, that's kind of in the danger zone, but right now, if I'm Zachary Fitzwater, I might be regretting my decision to possibly, skip out on this qualifying here. Next up will be Ty Silverspoon. Well, Vince, any predictions on how this one's going to take?
Simple as this. Like you said, if he does something, maybe like a 185, I'd be stunned.
Yeah, I'm thinking if he does a 185, that's impressive for him. Ty Silverspoon was radically off the pace earlier this week, or yesterday.
I think he's definitely got a seat at the table for the Baxters race, barring a miracle.
Yeah, well, keep in mind the Baxters, oh wow, he looks way out of his depth.
God.
The Baxters race, as you know, it uses the same starting grid, but whoever's the slowest starts on pole. So the whole field is inverted. Here we go. This is Ty Silverspoon on the top of the grid here. He goes a massive 195 entering turn 1, which you might think, hey, he's not that far off the pace of what Bob Steffens did, the car before him. However, he doesn't have the wind gust right now. Ty Silverspoon
170 into the corner. That's
as you can see, he has no speed down the backstretch either. 193 entering a corner ain't gonna work here. And he's nearly hitting the wall.
Pushed up there with no wind.
163 coming out of... He did hit the wall coming out of the corner there. Ty Silverspoon, is he going to go even slower? 185.55. I think he did go... No, he did not go slower. He did not go slower. That he went about a tenth of a second faster. Or a tenth of a mile an hour faster. We are now welcoming Ryan Griffin to the booth here. Ryan Griffin, you are currently qualified in what position, Vince?
Yeah, Griffin is... Let's check him up. He's currently running 12th.
So you are 12th on the grid right now. Ryan, how you feeling?
Pretty decent.
I think you're
nice being in Southern California.
Yeah, and actually, weather conditions for the race are looking a lot cooler than they are in qualifying. That day in general is looking pretty cool tomorrow. So what are some of the track conditions you noticed? We've heard a lot of reports that it's incredibly bumpy, the track is this year.
It's wear and tear on the racetrack. This track is notorious for its back straightaway just being as if you're driving on a backcountry dirt road. It's just hitting divots, and you got to make sure you're smooth enough and hold at least a straight wheel down the back, so that way the bumps don't affect you.
And you
I mean, they're going to affect you. It's just to what extent they affect you.
And you did outqualify Vince, so you have bragging rights so far in the booth today. Evan Byrne, as we know, didn't qualify very well yesterday. Skylark has said that they have improved massively. They found a setup malfunction on their car. Do you buy it? Do you think that Byrne and Perkins will make the race, Vince? Vince? Ryan, do you buy it? I think we might be having a little bit of a problem here, but we'll take a look here. On the front straightaway now, we have, or on the back straightaway now, Evan Byrne is expected to go a little quicker here than what he did in the race. Actually, very good time down the backstretch there. Hopefully he can get on the grid, though, knowing Byrne, though. He seems very excited to possibly race in the American 700. Down the front stretch he comes. And...
carrying a lot here.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we have sound back now. 204 entering turn 1. That's a pretty... 183. They're holding their cornering speeds better than yesterday. Have you noticed that, Vince?
Yeah, I think the conditions are pretty much ideal. This is the best time to go. The back right here, 202. Yeah, that's fast.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to have the straight line speed that we've seen, corner, but though. I'm guessing he might be one of the... Oh, excuse me there. One of these slower cars right now. We'll find out. Yeah, 191.8. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good for Evan Byrne there. 191.806.
He tied Griffith.
Yeah, I was going to say he's Griffith, if not past him.
Yeah, so that is actually exactly tied Ryan Griffith.
Dead tie.
Or not Ryan Griffith, Anthony Griffith. Here comes Samuel Perea out of the pits, and we know Kathnex Engineering has not been too keen on how he ran in practice, or in first day qualifying. Ryan, you made a very interesting point off camera. What do you think the qualifying time's going to have to be?
Well, looking at the chart, obviously after we qualified, we looked at the chart, like who was going to be running, who wasn't. I think you got to be at least a 191.5 mile an hour range, I think, to safely make it. Because there seems to be a big gap between, let me see if I can double check here who it was.
It's Fordale and someone.
Between Fordale and Togger. Okay. There's a gap of about half a mile an hour. And there's some time there that somebody could, granted, these guys are betting a lot going here, but if they want to make it in, there's a good gap where they could really slide in if they could go that fast.
Perea's lap does not look very good right now, Vince, does
not even 200 on both straights.
And keep in mind, he has virtually the only time we've seen virtually no wind all weekend here at
probably gonna be the slowest car this session.
Other than Silver Spoon. You have to be epically slow to be slower than Silver Spoon. 187.291. He's faster, but that's not going to be fast enough to get him in, I don't think. Mike Silverspoon's coming out of the pits here, and, well, we actually expected him to be the slowest of the Silverspoons, but Ty is slower than him. Got any expectations for this car, either of you two?
No. What we saw in yesterday, I think, like we said with his brother, or whatever, 185 would be a miracle.
Ryan, got any prediction for this car?
Might be faster than his brother, but that's about it.
Well, no, this is the father. This is the father. Mike is the father.
Oh, okay. He's gonna go fast. He's probably gonna be the second slowest car. So he's gonna be faster than one.
On the front stretch now, Mike Silverspoon goes. He actually might 198 there.
That's not right, Perea.
It's actually not that far
No, he lost it all in the corner.
Corner's gone, though.
I don't think he'll make the race, but I might actually get Perea here.
Down the back here through the undulations.
197. He's not as slow as Ty, I'll say that. He's got more speed than Ty Silverspoon does, but...
Pushing up, though.
Oh, he hits
He's
the
in the
wall, though. And we're hearing that Ty Silverspoon might be full-time next year. That's a scary thought. 185.792. Is he the first car that didn't improve on this lap?
No, he improved. He improved.
He improved.
Mile per hour.
All right, but I don't think that's going to get him in.
He's second far.
Oh, is he? Did Perea beat him? Oh yeah,
No,
Perea
yeah, Perea beat him.
Yeah,
Beat him by
that's
2 miles an hour at least.
Yeah, Perea got a 187. Perea improved quite a lot actually, because I remember Mike Silverspoon obviously was faster than Perea because he qualified after him. Here comes Perea's teammate Ivan Brazenkopf out of the pits, and of course, a couple of his team cars actually have qualified for the race. Brazenkopf, as you know, has attempted this race a million times, and was runner-up in the Indy 500 this year against Aiden Shepard, our current provisional pole sitter. Keep in mind, pole is still up for grabs. If somebody goes up and beats that time, I suppose the pole's up for grabs. Brazenkopf really likes this track and really likes this race, so I kind of hope he makes it for that point, but Kathnex has put a lot of stuff in his car from the other Kathnex cars that are more safe. What do you think so far of Brazenkopf's lap? He's at the line at 193 at the line.
Not bad. I think he can get 202 in the corner here. Or down the straight here.
201 he got there.
A little lower entry there.
But he's doing a lot better through the corner, it looks like.
Pushes up a little bit off the exit
How
there,
much,
down the back.
Hey, Ryan, how much was cornering speed meant with these Fords? How do these Fords do in the corners compared to, let's say, what we see from the Dodges? I think we might be having more issues again here. Vince, you there?
I'm there.
All right. Oh, now we got Ryan back.
And to the line.
Yeah, sorry, I had to step away for a second. You asked about the Fords. I don't know. Honestly, the Fords this year, we just have. It seems like the reliability is better, and it's just the handling seems good. I mean, we may not have the speed to say the Dodges, but we definitely have. I think we have the handling. I think we have the handling edge on the Dodges. To be honest, I think we don't have the power, as much of power as the Dodges.
And that is a 189.749 on the grid there. So that will put him, I think, in a...
Right behind Fitzwater.
Right behind Fitzwater. So at least Fitzwater gets a little bit of a breath of fresh air there. Next up is everyone's favorite three-time American 700 champion, Sean Perkins. And again, it's another one like Evan Byrne, where this team says they've got speed now. And we've seen how the big improvement that Evan Byrne did from being second slowest of the cars that qualified yesterday, and now he's actually looking pretty safe on the grid, right?
I think, like I said, we saw this with the DNC boys, with Quinton Moore being the last car out, the setups when we transferred over. I really think Perkins will lay down a flyer here. Maybe a little faster than Byrne, too, but let's find out.
That was a pretty good center of the corner there for Sean Perkins, down the front stretch here.
I gotta say, this should be interesting, too, because his teammate is the quickest of the cars that have run so far today.
Yeah. Down
so,
to 1,
he's going to be good. He's going to be up there.
I don't think he's good. I mean, we had Aiden Shepard doing 209 down a straightaway there, but I don't think we're going to be touching that. But down the back...
He's going to be faster than his teammate, more than likely.
Yeah. Very, very quick time here, I think, coming from Sean Perkins. 204 once again here, and he's got cornering speed. A lot of it, too.
Wow, 184, yeah.
A lot of
he's definitely the quickest car today so far.
I think Skylark wasn't bluffing when they said they found something. And that is a 193.648. That's going to put him second on the board.
Yeah, that will.
Wow, that's kind of surprising. We did not expect that kind of a speed out of the Skylarks.
And that's only the second car that's put a 193 up there between the 2 days.
That's impressive by Sean Perkins. And everyone was so excited that Sean Perkins might not qualify for the race and not be a threat to win his 4th American 700. But with that time, I'd say he's definitely safe.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say.
No one's touching that.
Zolt Dormitory is coming out of the pits, and this is going to be a very interesting thing because we've seen that cars have been faster today than they were yesterday, which is getting very, very nerve-wracking for the people on that decided to stay around, you know? Vince?
The only thing with this run,
yeah,
the gust of wind.
Oh yeah, there is a little. It's gotten a little bit windier again here.
169, yeah, it's a little bit rough.
And keep in mind, the Minervini cars aren't the strongest on the planet, to be honest with you. I know we love them as a team, but if one of them makes the field, it'd be a good story. But 200 going into turn 1, that's okay. Down to turn...
Yeah, off the speed, 175.
Yeah, he did lose a lot of it there. Down the back stretch.
Yeah, not even going to touch 196.
It's not going to be a good lap for him, but I don't think he'll be last.
No, he won't be last by a stretch. And you see, he's pushing up just a little bit too. Ooh.
This will be a 190 or 185.941. That's slower, I think, than what Dormitory did last time around, isn't it?
First car.
Is he the what, Vince?
First car slower from yesterday. Yeah.
So he's the first car slower than yesterday. So Zolt Dormitory stuck with a 185.941. We'll see what's up when we get to Austin Silverspoon. The last car, once Austin Silverspoon goes, we'll have 40. So then after Silverspoon, we'll take a look at the board. Austin Silverspoon coming out. This is the 40th place car, so it's not going to be 40th on the board at all, but the 40th car that's going to set a time today, that's going to have a time set. So like I said, this is going to be incredibly crucial to find out who's going to start getting bumped, because after this car, we start bumping people out of the race. So it's going to get very interesting for the Silverspoon Brigade. Especially with Ty Silverspoon very low on the grid right here. And it doesn't look like Austin's doing very well either here, coming through the corner. Ryan's currently working on a little bit of math for us right now. Vince, obviously, we don't think the Silverspoons are going to make it. Austin's the best shot they've got, as he actually goes 201 mile an hour for a bit there. I mean...
Yeah, he lost it. He lost a lot, though, on the corner.
Yeah, he did. And it's starting.
That's what I'm noticing, TK. Everyone's holding their entry speed. The straightaway speeds may not matter at this point.
Well, and the temperature's rising a little bit too, or it has risen a little bit. We gained about a degree, and that equals about 3 in track temp. Coming off of turn 4
hit
here.
The wall,
I don't think did he hit the wall? That was a little close there, but
almost.
Coming at the start-finish line, Austin Silverspoon does a 186.698. I don't think that's going to put him in.
Put some Dormitory.
Where is it? Right around Dormitory?
Right ahead of Dormitory.
All right, right ahead of Zolt Dormitory for Austin Silverspoon. So
he's the fastest Silverspoon so far.
Well, that's a lot. Well, and then you've got the other ARC America car, but that's of Gretchen Faust. So let's go take a look at the board right now to show what we've got so far and who starts getting bumped. All right, so on the board right now, everyone that's listed in green, which is ironically the top 19, so everyone in this frame right here is on the board right now, and they are locked into the American 700. So Shepard, Perkins, Pericles, Fisher, Bouchard, Turner, Mitch Hobbs, Dunbar, Monaco, Allen, Curtis, Myatt, Griffin, Halleck, Rowe, Moore, Freeze, Byrne, and Griffith. You guys are all safe. That is a wonderful feeling, isn't it, Ryan? And Vince, because you're both... Oh, no, you're not in Vince yet, technically.
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he is.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Freeze is in.
You're 17.
But that's the thing. We're in. Our position might change, or could change.
But you're locked in.
We're in, and that's the big hurdle, is to at least make the race first.
Yeah. Granted, you're not going for pole, but you kind of get the point. Everybody in yellow here. All of these drivers here. Trek Tauger, Dewitt-Fordale Jr., Cody Lamas, Presto, Calvin, Blake, Randolph, Jones, Myatt, Kuznetsov, Moore, Anderson, Ibrahimian, Young, Steffens, Fitzwater, Brazenkopf, Pereira, Austin Silverspoon and Zolt Dormitory and Mike Silverspoon, they are all right now on the bubble still. Now, granted, with each car, so let's say next car comes out, then whoever's in 20th, Tauger will either get in, or let's say if, who's next on the board? Did anybody check that?
Masahashi.
Or if Sakamoto Masahashi goes faster than Tauger, then 20th, no matter what, 20th gets locked in. So if Masahashi goes faster than Tauger, Masahashi's locked in. If Tauger goes
If he goes
faster,
slower than Tauger, Tauger's in.
Yeah, if you go slower than Tauger, Tauger gets in. And then we do have one car eliminated. That would be Ty Silverspoon. Will not be in the American 700 this year with his 185.55. I am sorry. And then everybody else down here are still the cars that have yet to qualify. And in fact, I'm going to recolor all of this blue for right now, just to not confuse anybody here. So next up on the board will be Sakamoto Masahashi. And obviously the cars higher up in like the 42nd spot and whatnot, they were the faster cars in day one. So therefore, they will be going out later in bump day. So Noah Hart will be the last car to qualify today. And now Sakamoto Masahashi is coming out of the pits now. And now that we've already bumped Ty Silverspoon, Mike Silverspoon is on the bubble right now. So, do you think
the bubble time 185, 792 is the bubble time.
What is the lock-in speed?
191, 791.
So 191, 791, and so Tauger is the lock-in speed, and then the bump time is once again what?
185, 792.
So if you got to go faster than 185, 792 to get into the race. That's what Masahashi has to do. Do you think Masahashi will do that?
Not bad in turn one. I mean, 201.
Looking at that straightaway speed, he might. I think he's gonna.
Lost a bit of it,
I don't think he's gonna lock in, but I think he's gonna bump Silverspoon.
Yeah, down the back straightaway here, over the bumps. It just seems like that car is trying, but I don't necessarily know if it's the best for him right now.
He didn't carry the back. He didn't carry the back straightaway speed.
I didn't think that either.
Yeah.
Coming off of turn 4 here, Masahashi is going to do a 188.359. So that will bump Mike Silverspoon out. But where does that put Masahashi then?
Right in front of the 4 car, or right behind the 4 car.
And that will lock in Trek Tauger. So,
Yep.
Trek Tauger, welcome to the American 700. The winner from 2 seasons ago is in the American 700. Gretchen Faust is the next car out. Who's the lock-in? Fordale's lock-in at what speed?
191, 296.
And Dormitory is the last car in right now. He's the bump at 185 something, if I recall.
941.
941. So anywhere in between there, Faust isn't locked in, but she's also in for the time being.
We got to remember, Kenny, we got Cody Lamas wins here. Like this is the win.
Yeah, this
Cody
is the
has.
direction he had, but I remember Lamas had a little bit stronger wins. So I'm interested to see what Faust is going to perform around here. 190 at the start-finish line. Oh, excuse me there. 198 into turn 1. That's not going to be great.
Lost a lot, too, and...
Yeah.
The car looks stable, it's just...
stable, it's just not very fast.
I think she's probably going to be faster than her teammates.
But
so I think she'll probably be the quickest of her teammates.
Will she be faster than Dormitory? No matter what, a full-time car is going to get bumped. So it's either going to be Dormitory or Faust. And with a lot more to go, I don't think either of them are going to make the grid, but... 188.054, so Dormitory is going home. Zolt Dormitory is going home. Tough break for a very nice guy there. Gretchen Faust goes
and I was right. She was the fastest of her teammates.
And that means also Do It for Dale Jr. will be in the American 700 this year. Connor Monaco is the next car out of the pits here, and Monaco did not perform well for, I believe that is your teammate, actually, isn't it? yes, Connor Monaco is your teammate, I believe, Ryan. No, that is a Tim Taylor car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. I
Tim
did
Taylor
think
car.
so.
Yeah, Fitzwater's teammate.
So here he comes out of the pits here. Who is the next car to be bumped, actually? Or who's the next car on the list to be bumped after Dormitory?
It'd be Silver Spoon.
So Austin Silverspoon's in trouble now. And Lamas is the lock-in. Do we have speeds on that?
Yeah, Lamas
220 for Lamas.
is Lamas, and
hold on.
Silver Spoons
what is the speed for Lamas again? We kind of missed it.
191 220.
So 191 220, and then what is?
And then Austin's is 186 698.
Not a bad turn one there from Connor Monaco. Turn 1 and 2 there. Looking at his speed down the back stretch, 199 entering turn 3 though. Losing a little bit of speed there, but will Connor Monaco be able to get in though? We know Eric.
I think he's going to be just above Masahashi.
And that will be a 189.046. So that,
I was right, just above Masahashi.
So that will bump out Austin Silverspoon. So none of the Silverspoons will make the grid. However, it does lock in Cody Lamas. So Cody Lamas is locked into the American 700. No need to worry if you're Cody Lamas anymore. Up next is Tylus McAllister. And this car has gone through a lot of changes, hasn't it, Ryan?
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention. I just know it's a Dodge.
Well, this car was originally a Medina Moro car. Tylus McAllister got really fed up with the families infighting, the Cook family infighting. The Cook family, of course, owns Medina and Moro. So he basically bought the car from that team and is doing whatever he wants with it. The only problem is Medina Moro's no longer pitting his car, and right now he doesn't have a pit crew. He's turned up the engine to maximum power, but he's having some issues trying to keep it under control, so we'll see what happens here for Tylus McAllister down the straightaways here. 201 entering the corner here. What are the speeds that he has to watch out for, Ryan?
To lock in, he's got to be faster than 191 215. That would lock him in if he's quicker than that. But he's got to go quicker than 187 291 if he wants to make the show, period, or have a chance of making the show.
This is actually not a bad lap time here. He lost time in the corners, but he's got the straight line speed down here. Tylus McAllister coming off of the turn here, coming off of the front straightaway here. That is a 193.51. It's not going to lock him in, but it will bump.
That does bump
Samuel Pereira out of the race. So Pereira will be in the consolation race.
Puts him right behind Moore.
Right behind Quentin or no, that'd be Ethan because Quentin's locked in. Here comes a car out of the pits that we will be watching very closely. This is Austin Rogers for DNC. Didn't qualify very well in the first day. However, DNC wants 10 bonus points, okay? They want the 10 bonus points for the pole for the team championship. And Austin Rogers and Leon Campana are the only chance they've got to get that 10 bonus points. They have put in qualifying specific setups, and basically Greg Caraway, the part-time owner, says Rogers will either get the pole with this car or wreck it trying to.
Here he comes, and he's got incredible
speed. Yeah,
I love that speed to the line.
He's got speed. I don't think he's going to have the top speed that Shepard had.
Just about, though.
184 through the corner, though. 185. Ooh, this could be a pole run for Austin Rogers here.
That DNC handles like a dream.
Did this radical setup actually get him on the pole?
193.7 is what he's got to beat.
Yeah.
What is the lock-in speed?
191.098.
And that is Lance Kelvin. Jordan Presto got it last time.
I think he got Aiden.
I think this is a pole run.
Let's see what it is. 193.621.
Just shy.
Not the pole for
Third
Austin
quick.
Rogers, but it's third fastest, and that's going to lock Rogers into the race. So congratulations to Austin Rogers for getting in. Lance Kelvin's going to have to wait one more car, and as I said kind of quickly there, Jordan Presto got locked in last time around. So who does that bump out?
Faust.
Gretchen Faust. So none of the ARC America cars will be on the grid for the American 700. Angel and Gray is the next car coming out of the pits. And, so right now, what are the times that we need to look out for?
Which one do you want?
Well, both of them. What is Kelvin and Masahashi going to do?
Kelvin has a 191.098 and Masahashi has a 188.359.
And I don't know if we mentioned it on clip, but Gretchen Faust just got bumped out, so last time around. So Masahashi is the bubble, and then Kelvin is the top lock-in time again. Obviously he was last time around, and Rogers got in. So we don't know what Angel and Gray is going to do. That is a Faulkner Kelly Nissan GTR, so we should expect it to go pretty quick, but...
192 at the line.
I think she might slot in right between the two teammates.
201 in the corner. That's not terrible.
Kept it pretty solid and through the middle of the corner. That car looks solid.
Actually, I'd be looking at Kelvin again here. Something close to Kelvin here.
Kelvin might have to sweat it out here. 202.
Yeah. Second best that we've seen today outside of
a little slower in the corner there. Coming out of turn number 4, Angel and Gray is going to do a 193.40.
That locks in Calvin.
That would lock in Calvin, and that sends home Sakamoto Masahashi. So both the Minervinis and all of the ARC Americas will not be in the American 700, but they will be in the consolation race. Jeff Bolton is the next car on track. So who is out and who is in right now? Or who is
right now? Connor Monaco is the bubble driver
at a 189.046.
189.046.
And what's Darren Blake? He is the next car that's slated to be locked in.
Darren Blake is a 191.068.
So a 191.068 and a 189.046. So you've got about 2 mile an hour gap there that Bolton slots into that locks Blake in and then bumps out Monaco. But then again, it's 2 mile an hour. If Bolton slots in there, that could be interesting because now we're going to start seeing cars maybe that go slower or something. Like Bolton doesn't look very quick right now.
Yeah, this is oh boy.
Yeah, Bolton didn't have a lot of top speed there. Coming pretty good off the corner though.
The key with Bolton's car, too, is we showed that handling matters with these type of cars.
And Bolton did look very steady in the corner. This car, of course, had a lot of changes for a while. Cicerelli bracketed was going to take it over because there was possibly we heard some little infighting between Bolton and the team. We're not sure, though, about that. Jeff Bolton is going to be in, try and attempt the race. He did it in a 189.190. That does get him in and bumps Monaco out, but it's going to put him immediately on the bubble.
Yep.
So Bolton bumps Monaco out, but his Tim Taylor teammate out. Monaco is bumped out, but then he's immediately on the bubble. So Jeff Bolton did just enough to get on the board, but not much better. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and that would then put Darren Blake into the American 700.
Congratulations.
All right, so Tyler Berkman is the next car out of the pits here in the F&S car. Jeff Bolton's the bubble driver with 189.180, and the top bubble driver is Tim Randolph, and I don't have that time. Vince, do you have that time for Tim Randolph that he has?
The time's 191.037.
191.037 is the time we're looking at to bump in. So again, Tyler Berkman's got a slot somewhere higher than a 189.180 to get in the race. Of course, we saw Bolton went out last, just got enough to bump his teammate out, but now Bolton's going to be pretty close himself, it looks like. Berkman here in the FNS here. This is the Marlone. The FNS Marlone. The Marlone actually looks pretty quick. 206 entering turn 1.
Marlon looking really fast.
Oh, dang. Down to 180 in the corner, though, but this looks like this might be a lock-in.
Easy lock-in.
What was Randolph's time again, Ryan?
It was a 191.037, so...
We're going to keep an eye on this. Berkman looks pretty quick. There was a wind change to west wind here, but we're going to see here. What is this going to mean for Tyler Berkman?
Pushes up just a little bit, down to the front.
And this is going to 191.347. Does that
He's
lock him
in.
in?
Yeah, he's in.
Tyler
Randolph is
Berkman.
sweating bullets.
Tyler Berkman has locked himself into the American 700. So
That'll put him between Togger and Fordale.
in between Tauger and Fordale, so that's a good time for Tyler Berkman. We were a little concerned about FNS coming in here, but congrats to Tyler Berkman. And that will bump out Jeff Bolton. Sam Oskin's the next car out, and the bump times are what, Ryan?
Well, the bump your way in, the lock-in time is 191.037.
And who has that? Who is it?
Randolph.
Okay, Randolph still has it. That's right. And what is the bump out time?
189.749.
749, because the wind is picked up and we're a little concerned about Oskin, and that is still, that would be who's above Brazenkopf. That'd be Ivan
No
Brazenkopf.
concern right now, though.
Yeah,
This might
not
be
concerned
like
on the front
230.
straightaway.
Yeah, but he's
205.
getting the tailwind that way. But he held his speed in the corner really well.
Really well. That's
A lot better than he
incredible.
did yesterday. That's very impressive, but watch him hit the headwind coming down the backstretch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Lost a lot.
And that's going to hold him up a bit there, but it's all about how he handles his speed here. Looks like he does a good job, though, with speed through the corner, though. He might get himself at least in a bit
This might
here.
be a 190, a low 190, the way it looks.
That is a 191.
Wow.
He's in.
He's locked himself in?
Yeah.
I'm kind of
He beat
surprised at that.
Randolph.
I did not expect Sam Oskin to lock
He's
himself in.
fat. He's just ahead of Berkman.
Well, congratulations to Sam Oskin. You have locked yourself into the American 700. And again, Tim Randolph's going to have to wait another car. And that also will bump out Ivan Brazenkopf and put Zachary Fitzwater on the bubble. All right, here comes Hamid out of the pits. What are the times we're looking at again? Fitzwater did a what?
189.804. So basically, you got to run better than a 190. A 190 or better, and you're give yourself
You
a
could do
shot.
a 189.9 and get in, but... Right? 189.9 will get you in?
Yeah, 189 would get you in, but I think to be safe, I think you got to run at least a
you're gonna have to
190.
do a 1... Yeah. What is, out of curiosity, Randolph's time again?
191.037.
So a 037, 191.037. So there's still a 2 mile an hour gap kind of there. It's actually more of a 1 mile an hour gap. Now, it's getting
Coming
tight.
to the line here.
It's getting tight.
104. Bad.
Down into turn 1 and 2. Not so good through the corner here. Remember, Zachary Fitzwater is incredibly important because he was the first car to not attempt bump day.
Oh, boy. Not good down the back, though. This is looking bad.
And remember, he's got a headwind down there.
And wasn't Fitzwater also the first car out?
Yeah,
In the
he was
initial
first car
qualifying session
out
as well?
yesterday, yeah. He was the first car to set a lap here. And this is going to be a 189.4. That is not quick enough.
He does not make it.
So Hamid will not qualify. Zachary Fitzwater can live to breathe another round.
And Randolph locks in.
And Randolph is in finally. Next up is Bobby Jones to get in as well. Or is the next one on the bubble. Takumi Hirano's the next car out, and the wind's kind of died down a little bit here in the Marlone Faraday here for Takumi Hirano. Where did her teammate, or where does his or her teammate qualify? That would be Berkman.
Oh, 23rd.
And Berkman
He's
locked
in.
himself
Or-
in. So Takumi Hirano is going
Needs
to
a
be in
191.32 to lock in for Bobby Jones or
And
higher.
what is Fitzwater's time again?
189.804.
Okay. Again, you're going to need a 189. You're going to need a 189.9 to well, you could probably get a lot of the 8s too. But here we go down into turn 1. 206 here. The Marlone Faraday's really chugging around here. Lost a little bit in the center of the corner there, but
Seems stable.
Watch the backstretch speed.
yeah, where there's
Less
a little
wind.
bit of a headwind, but still gets up to 200 down the straightaway there. 201 actually for a brief second there.
Wonder if they might be right around their teammate.
181 in the corner.
This
yeah,
actually might be a little faster than Berkman. I think
Fitzwater might be in trouble.
I think Hirano's going to bump into the race. Lock in. That is a 191.312.
She did.
Locked in?
Locked in.
Okay, so...
Puts him right behind his teammate. Right between Berkman and Fordale.
And that would also knock out Zachary Fitzwater. So Zachary Fitzwater, probably the biggest name to go home so far in the American 700. Tough break for Zachary Fitzwater.
Oh, shoot.
Benoit Lethervine is the next car out. This was the original 40th place car, if I recall, right? This was the original bump car, I believe.
Yes.
All right, the cars that we're watching are Zachary Fitzwater, or no, I'm sorry, Fitzwater's out. Bob Steffens is on a 190.064. Okay, so, and he, of course, qualified earlier today. Bobby Jones has a what?
192.032.
So it's
191. 191.
Well, yeah, 191.032.
So we've got about a mile an hour now that we're playing with, the gap that you got to slot in. There's not many cars left. What position is Bobby Jones in right now?
Pretty good straightaway speed.
What is Bobby Jones's lap time position, or what position on the board is he right now?
31st.
So Bobby Jones is 31st. So there's only 9 cars there that Benoit Lethervine can get into. So here down the backstretch, Benoit Lethervine 196. I don't think this is gonna be enough.
This off caliber here. 179 down the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be enough.
He's not gonna go faster than Jones, but I think he's gonna be better than Stevens.
I don't know, Illy.
Be close. I think he does.
That is a 189.
No, not good enough.
So Benoit Lethervine will not be in the American 700, and Bob Steffens will last another round.
And Jones is in.
And that does lock in Bobby Jones. Matty Myatt becomes the next car on the lock-in bubble. Averill Mead is coming out of the pits now, and right now the times are still 190. So basically, if you get a 190, you're in limbo. If you get a 189, you're going home. If you get a 191, you're in. That's kind of the way it's looking right now. So 190s are all limbos, 189s are all outs, and 191 and up is in. So just think of it that way. Now, granted, there are some things there, but right now, Matty Myatt's on a 190.931, and Bob Steffens is on a 190.064, so...
This is pretty much a straight-up run. Not much wind, either.
Not much wind at all in this one. It's down to 1 mile an hour, according to our
and I like that straightaway speed. At least...
This might be an in, it looks like.
181, 2 through the corner. Not bad. Down the back here. Car looks smooth and stable.
I'm thinking Bob Steffens is going to be going home here.
I'm with you.
I'm thinking Steffens
I think he's going to knock Steffens.
That car's looking stable. Bob Steffens might be out.
And that is...
Question is he quick enough to better Myatt?
And this is it for Averill Mead. 190.441. So
right in the middle, just about.
Right in the middle of where we said you need to be in, where you will be in limbo if you don't get in. So Averill Mead is in right now, but is in the limbo spots. So
he's right behind Moore. Freeze.
Yeah, right behind Ethan Moore. So that will lock in Matty Myatt though into the American 700. Yevgeny Kuznetsov goes onto the lock-in bubble. Ethan Kiterman's coming out of the pits now, and this is going to be very interesting because we have a DNC on the bubble right now with Dylan Young with a 190.170. Yevgeny Kuznetsov has a what?
196.68.
So we got 0.6 of a mile an hour.
Actually, it's about 5, just about 5/10 of a mile an hour.
And I do not like the speed that Kiterman's running right now, to be honest with you.
He didn't have any get up to speed.
Only one of the Capnex cars is on the grid so far, and that is Vincent Allen is confirmed on the grid. Gonna get up to 203 down the straightaway. That's pretty good. But no cornering speed there for Ethan Kiterman. Down to 177 in the middle of the corner. I don't
You
think
gotta
he's going to
pick
get
it up.
in. I think Dylan Young's going to get lucky once here.
Yeah, I'm with you. It looked like he was good on the straightaways, but his corner speed is just
Yeah, he doesn't have the
not
corner
there.
speed. And keep in mind, if you're in
176.
the yellow, you got to be really fearing because there are some really quick cars that are trying to go for pole that signed up for bump days. So Ethan Kiterman does a 1:88.798.
Not good enough.
Not good enough for him by a whole 2 mile an hour. So
He went slower too.
yeah, he went slower than his first time as well. So Ethan Kiterman not gonna make the American 700 grid this
But
year.
everybody's favorite Russian
Everyone's
is in
favorite
the
Russian,
show.
Kuzi, has made the grid. And Vince and Ryan, is it me or is it getting cloudy right now?
Hey, I took off my sunglasses, so I mean,
There's some cloud cover coming in right now, and no sight of rain, thankfully, but Rich Roy might get real lucky here with a cloud cover run here. He's in a Vision Sport Honda. Both his teammates, I believe, are in the race. I don't know where Halleck is, but I know Myatt's in.
Myatt's 13th and Halleck is 15th.
Okay, so Rich Roy, I'd be sending your car out there immediately if I were Vision Sport. Make sure you get in during this cloud cover if it doesn't stay around very long. But Rich Roy might get real lucky here because, as you know, how does cloud cover affect this, Vince?
You see, the engine will go through cycles and it'll cool down. Also, the cornering grip will be much more stable compared to the hot. Down the back too, you might get a couple more degrees of straightaway speed. So we'll see.
Are we talking about a possible pole run here?
If he can, I want to see the cornering speed. Here we go. We'll find out right now. I want to see the cornering speed. If that cornering speed is around 186, 187, that's tops all day.
Well, here we come. Rich Roy. First cloudy weather lap we've had in all of qualifying.
One thing I will say about Rich Roy, he ran a one. Let's see here. One. So if he can go
You
like
kind of cut out there on my end. What time did he run?
about a 190, I would say. So 192 already. This is gonna be a flyer. Hang on. I'll tell you on this one. This will be a flyer, I think.
Oh my word! Look at the speed he's got.
Wow,
Down the
yeah, coming to
straightaway.
the line.
This might be 200.
He's 200 at the line.
Yeah.
This might be 210, guys. 210.
This is going to be 210, 209 down the straightaway here.
It's equivalent to Shepard 182.
But he-
Oh.
I don't know. This could be a pole run, everybody.
I like the straightaway speed, but the corner speed
That
I don't
was
think would
the
be.
exact same thing as Aiden.
He did
This will be
basically
close.
the exact same as
Oh,
Shepard
he's
on his pole
carrying
run
a
lap.
lot here. 207.
And keep in mind, Shepard had wind. Roy doesn't have hardly any wind. I think we're going to
This
be
might
seeing
be
a
a
pole
pole.
run here.
Will he be in the
Will this be a
94s?
194? I don't know. We've seen 195! 195.424! Oh, goodness. That just shows what a cloud cover can do. I think if this cloud cover stays around, everyone in yellow's in danger. Dylan Young, Dylan Ibrahimian, Max Anderson, Angel and Gray, Tyler McAllister, Averill Mead, and Ethan Moore, you're all in danger right now of not making the field. Because Rich Roy just did a 195.4, and he was like 36th on the grid. Or he was like 34th on the grid last time around, so... Sorry, Dylan Young, you just got bumped. Sorry. But that's gonna be it's gonna get real interesting now. Dale Cole Jr. is the next car out of the pits now, and he's got to beat a what? To knock out...
He's got to beat a 196.13 is the time to lock in.
But with this cloud cover, and considering his teammate was on the front row, or was on the second row on the end of day one, and Dale Cole Jr. had a really bad run with wind on his run, he said. I'm thinking Dale Cole Jr. is going to be one to watch.
This is going to be killer straightaway speed. We're already looking at 200.
I want to see if somebody gets 210 down the straight.
This might be actually just a
little
slight-
slower
No,
than
he's not
Roy.
as fast as Roy was.
No. He took a very
He's fast,
shallow
but
entry.
just not as fast as
Faster
Roy.
in the corner than Roy, though. Very
This is gonna be
fast in the
close.
corners.
Oh, he's definitely got the back straightaway speed.
Oh yeah. Paul in the mail 206.
We'll
the
see.
corners. Speed,
Well, sorry,
186.
Dylan Ibrahimian, you're going home.
See
Might
if
be
you
a
can get into
close
195.
Might be a 195.8.
It is a 194.8.
4. Nope. Not
So
good
he's
enough
not
to be.
beating Rich Roy's pole time, but he does get
But he is
second
P2.
on the board, so that bumps Aiden Shepard to third and bumps Dylan Ibrahimian, correct, out of the race? Or not Dylan Ibrahimian. Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll bump. Yeah.
Okay.
Ibrahimian
is out, so tough break for him. Zayden Davidson is the next car out of the pits now, and it's still cloudy, as you can tell. And
Let's turn it over to Griffin, though. That's the teammate. Griffin, what's your thoughts on Davidson? Did you give him any setup tips?
Not really. I mean, at this point, with the way what we've seen with the last couple cars, I think the weather is going to be his biggest aid.
Here, yeah.
The only thing I can say is whoever did practice 2 that other day in practice could have an advantage down the
Yeah,
stretch.
because practice 2 was run under cloudy conditions, so coming off of turn number 4, we'll see what Davidson does in comparison to Dale Cole Jr. and Rich Roy. Who is the car on the bubble right now? Anderson. Max
yeah,
Anderson
Anderson's on the bubble.
208 for Davidson. And this is going to be oh, but he was slow through the center of the corner.
Yeah, that didn't look as good as the R2.
I mean, this might actually be below Shepard and Perkins, so this could be interesting, I think.
Yeah, but he carried a lot down the back. Could he carry in the corner, though? Much
Not
better.
really.
Better in 3 and 4.
Better in 3 and 4, but I don't think he carried the cornering speed as well as some others did. Off of turn 4 now, Zayden Davidson does a
194 low?
193.9.
3.9.
Whoa.
So that would put him just above Aiden Shepard, I believe.
Yep.
Correct?
Between Shepard and Perkins.
Oh, between Shepard and Perkins?
No, ahead of Shepard.
between Cole and
just ahead of Shepard,
yeah.
but behind Cole.
So these cloudy cars have gotten 1, 2, 3 so far. Leon Campana comes out with only 4 cars to go on bump day, and even under clear, I think these next 4 cars would have been solid picks to get in. Campana was a little slow on his run, but he's got that same setup that Austin Rogers put in. And now he's got cloudy. So remember, DNC really wants the pole. Do you think they'll get it this time? We know Silver Speed's not going to get it now.
This is going to be interesting. I really don't know.
I mean, you've got the Nissan GTR team of Nismo Sport and Action Terra are the remaining 2 cars. Or the remaining 3 cars are either Nismo Sport or Action Terra. And
this is going to be 210. You kidding me here?
211.
This is pole. I'm already calling it this is pole. He did
Well,
slow
this
down
is
in
at
the
least
water,
this is
though.
I'm gonna say this is at least going to be your provisional pole.
Yeah.
At least for sure.
211 down the straightaway? Yeah. Over the bumps he goes. I mean,
Oh yeah, best back
sorry,
straightaway
Angel and
speed.
Gray,
This is
you're
your
going
provisional
home.
pole.
sorry, Angel and Gray. 186 through a corner. That's not even. What is he gonna do? A 197 average?
This might be a 196.8. This might be a 196.8.
198.
196.7.
196.
So
Still good enough for the pole.
congrats,
so
Liam
far.
Campana. You are provisional pole. Good job. DNC might get their way today. I didn't expect it to be a 196. We thought that it was ridiculous when Aiden Shepard did a 193. But we're not at the 196 mark now. Angel and Gray is going home. CVDP
If the weather doesn't
is the
change.
next track car out. CVDP is the next one out. And Vanderpesch, we thought it was a bit risky that these top 3 guys would be going for pole runs here, but they're actually looking really smart right now.
The only thing with CDVP we noticed the first day, Kenny, is his unusual lines. That's the only thing he's got to watch.
And we'll see how this turns out for him here in this run. Is anyone going to beat Campana's time, you think?
I wouldn't count those Action Terrors out, but CDVP has the best shot of these 3, I think, because look what he's got coming to the line.
2:03 at the line.
This might be
Is he
211.
gonna do 212?
212.
Yeah, 212.
Oh,
we
man,
lost
we
so
are
much.
rolling now. And he did
I
better
don't know,
in the
that's a pretty good
corner.
1 and 2.
He did better in the corner, too.
Yeah, this
I
might be.
think this is your provisional pole.
Yeah.
210 nearly down the back.
I mean,
186.
the cloudy weather just changed the entire complexion of qualifying, you know?
Hello, pole 51.
I mean, we didn't think we'd be
CDDP.
going for poles today, but 196.3?
No, not good enough.
Wow.
He lost
P2
a lot in
though.
the corner.
That's kind of surprising. What did Campana run?
7.
7, 8, yeah, 7.
Wow. Campana had a real fast time.
196.7 to a 196.3.
Congrats to Vanderpesch there, though, on a front row starting spot.
Yeah,
2
sure.
Action Terra cars remaining. Sean Ard is next out here. And Ard was one of the last people to turn in, whether they're doing bump day or not. I'm pretty sure he is happy he's doing bump day right now. Because now he's probably going to get a top 5 starting spot.
I mean, if he pulls something 210, 11 down the front, and he's got 193 up the speed, this is going to be a close one.
Here he comes.
You need I think a 12 or 13, honestly, if you're going to get the pole.
Or really good
down the
cornering
front
speed.
stretch. Here he
Or
goes.
yeah, really good cornering speed.
Oh boy,
Not as quick at the start-finish
Yeah,
line as
yeah,
some of
not
the
as
others,
quick.
but
this might be better cornering speed though. 210.
210,
We'll see the cornering.
183.
No, only
not
down
a
to about
bad
182.
corner, but
It's not going to be a
182.
pole run, but he's going to be probably in the top 5.
I don't know, though. We
the
thought
back.
Vanderpesch was going to easily get the pole, and he didn't, so... Although Vanderpesch on his run went way lower than a lot of other drivers. And look at Ard, 185.
Wow, that was a better 3 and
great
4.
corner.
Oh, this is going to be
This
close.
could be a pole run.
He has better cornering speed than Kip. This is going to be really close.
And now that is a 196.6.
Nope.
That's going to put him
That's gonna
provisionally
put
on
him
the
P2
front
though.
row. But he's still got Noah Hart to worry about his teammate, who is the last car to go. So Leon Campana, congrats, you are on the front row of the American 700. But now all eyes turn to Noah Hart, who said it was pole or bust. We'll see if he gets lucky and this cloud cover stays around. So the pole run... Okay, right now, Ethan Moore's still technically in. It's staying cloudy. I'm thinking Noah Hart's going to bump Moore out. Kuznetsov will be starting last. Although, we're a little bit screwy here on the order right now, because it says 39th is Moore, when really he's 40th right now.
Yeah, I have to do.
Oh, you
I
haven't
know,
gotten down there
that's
yet.
okay. He hasn't got down
Okay.
there. Don't worry too much about it. We know what the situation is.
And Kuznetsov's 39th.
We'll do a full rundown at the end
Yeah.
of this car, too.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that there isn't something screwy on the board that we missed. So Noah Hart, what does he have to beat to get the pole? Basically, that's what we're looking at right now.
196.
786. So it's a 786 that he needs to beat.
786.
He's looking for 212 in the front stretch.
Noah Hart wants another American 700 pole. He says he did not want to be in the midfield. Action Terra played this game correctly. If he gets on the pole, he'll have a teammate behind him in Sean Ard. A lot of people thought Noah Hart was absolutely ridiculous for going into bump day, because he probably would have been locked in. He was around... I think he was near his teammate Do It for Dale Jr. He would have been locked in, but he wanted to go for pole. And now he's got the weather condition to go for pole.
So he waits here.
We're waiting here. Here he goes.
So we need
Noah Hart.
a corner speed of at least the mid 180s.
Yeah.
So 185, 186,
And 212.
and
You're
at least
gonna need a
212
You're going to need at
going
least
down
a
the back
211
to at
going
least
down the front,
go for
I
it.
think. Noah Hart comes out of the pits.
195 up the speed would be cool. That would be probably the best for him optimally.
Noah Hart now.
192.
We'll see what he does coming off this corner here. He does get up to 180 coming out of the corner here. And we'll see how he opens it up. It does get going, though, that car does.
Be similar stuff
200
to
at the
art.
line. 200, 201.
210 down into
That's
turn
art.
1.
Similar to art here.
184 in the corner.
Good
185,
corner
86.
speed.
That's a good corner. Will it be
Can you get the
Campana
3 and 4 good?
over the bumps? They slowed him down a bit there. 207 entering the corner. I don't know.
I still like it. Watch the corner speed.
185. That's the
185.
fastest corner speed we've seen all day. This is for the pole, and the American 700 comes to the last car.
Noah Hart.
Noah Hart gets a 196.614. It's going to be Leon
Third
Campana
quick.
on the pole.
With Sean Art.
Sean Art is the other front rowman. Noah Hart's going to come across third. He's not going to get the pole, and DNC does, in fact, get the 10 bonus points they wanted. Because Leon Campana got the pole today. What an end of the bump day there.
Hey, and 5 in the show. 5 of the 6 cars they brought.
Yep. 5 of the
Silver
6
speed
that
going,
DNC
too.
brought her in.
I think
Still
all
wouldn't
silver
know.
speed is in.
All 6 of the silver speeds got in, though. Let's go take a look, everybody, at the finishing, or at the full starting order for the American 700. So Leon Campana is the American 700 pole sitter today. Sean Art is going to come across second, Noah Hart third, Christian Vanderpesch fourth, Rich Roy fifth, Dale Cole Jr. sixth, Zane Davidson is the last of the cars that qualified for under cloudy conditions. Aiden Shepard is 8th. He was a pole sitter yesterday. 9th for Sean Perkins. 10th for Austin Rogers. 11th for Pericles. 12th for Fisher. 13th for Bouchard. 14th for Turner. 15th for Hobbs. 16th for Dunbar. 17th for Monaco. 18th for Vincent Allen. 19th for DJ Curtis. 20th for Kenny Maya. 21st for Ryan Griffin. 22nd for Jack Halleck, 23rd for Rowe, 24th for Quentin Moore Chicken Boy, 25th for Vince Freeze, 26th for Evan Byrne, 27th for Anthony Griffith, 28th for Trek Tauger, 29th for Samet Oskin, 30th for Tyler Berkman, Takumi Hirano, 31st, Dewitt Ferdale Jr., 32nd, Cody Lamas, 33rd, Jordan Presto, 34th, Lance Kelvin, 35th, Darren Blake, 36th, Tim Randolph, 37th, Bobby Jones, 38th, Matty Myatt, 39th, and Yevgeny Kuznetsov will be starting 40th. And let's go to the bottom here, and we'll take a look at the starting grid for the Baxter's race. Ty Silverspoon will be on pole for the Baxter's race because it's a reverse grid race. Mike Silverspoon is going to start second, Zolt Dormitory third, Austin Silverspoon fourth, Samuel Pereira fifth, Gretchen Faust 6th, Sakamoto Masahashi 7th, Ethan Kiterman 8th, Connor Monaco 9th, Jeff Bolton 10th, Benoit Lefebvre Irvine 11th, Hamid is 12th, 13th is Ivan Brazenkopf, 14th is Zachary Fitzwater, 15th is Bob Steffens, 16th will be Dylan Young, 17th will be Dylan Ibrahimian, 18th will be Max Anderson, 19th will be Angelin Gray, 20th will be Tyler McAllister, who he's my pick for the Baxter's crown is McAllister. 21st is Meade, and 22nd will be Ethan Moore, who you got to feel bad for some of those top-tier Baxter guys because that are starting in the back of the Baxter's race because, to be fair, what could they have done, really? I mean, when the session goes cloudy, what could they have done?
You're a sitting duck at that point. And you went for the Baxter's race. You got DNC in there. You got Fitzwater.
Aiden Shepard was the fastest in clear conditions, and he's only 8th on the grid. None of the cloudy people qualified below anybody with clear. So it's a tough boat that they're in. I mean, Aiden Shepard nearly got Davidson there, but it's going to be a weird start to the race because there are some cars up there that probably shouldn't be there. I know a lot of people are saying Zayden Davidson shouldn't have been there, but I mean, some people were saying Zayden Davidson shouldn't have even qualified, but same with Rich Roy, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles in the American 700 qualifying system, if you ask me. Any big surprises for either of you two gentlemen?
Definitely Fitzwater and Young not making it, and then making it. I mean, I didn't think Yeah, there's Fitzwater. I didn't really think Moore would. Actually, no, Moore too. I thought Moore would make it too. I thought that time would hold, but
Yeah,
obviously it didn't.
Fitzwater qualified 49th and Young qualified 47th. If we would have had those 2 extra positions like we used to have in the American 700, we would have had Averill Mead and Ethan Moore on the grid for the American 700. However, we've cut the field back to 40. Makes it a little bit easier, I think, on the drivers that there's 2 less cars on the grid. But, I mean, it's going to be one heck of a race, I think, coming up tomorrow evening, but... And then, of course, tomorrow's day race will be the Colonel Baxter's Fried Chicken Consolation Race. Who's your pick for that win, everybody? Ryan?
What'd you say?
Who do you think will win the Baxter's Fried Chicken Race?
I'm going with you. I'm going with your pick. I think what you said. I think is gonna.
Tyler McAllister.
Yeah. Just as long as the car holds together, I think he's got the best.
Vince, who's your pick?
Dylan Young.
You think Dylan Young and the DNC is going to get it?
I think DNC in a race would be better, especially the day.
DNC is probably the best team by a long shot. There's a couple of Ford Performance Technology cars down there. Some of your teammates there, Ryan, are down in it. But yeah, I mean, you got.
But then again,
you got a Nismo Sport down there too. But
you got that wacko start too with the Silver Spoons 3 out of the first 4.
Yeah,
so
3 out of the first 4 spots are going to be Silver Spoons. So I don't know. It's going to be one heck of a race, though.
I will agree and say that I think probably the most shocker of those that didn't make it is Young, the only DNC car that
Fitzwater.
Well, Fitzwater's in a team.
No, I'd say that's a bigger. I'd say that's a bigger surprise than Fitzwater because DNC came in. Obviously, they got the pole, but they came in with 6 cars,
and
1 doesn't make the show. Yeah,
it's not even close how close the next DNC is. The next DNC is 33rd. Lamas got 33rd, but all right. Without picking,
Lamas selected not to go today either.
Without picking anyone in this booth, who is your pick for the American 700 this year?
Without picking anybody in the booth off of raw speed, you know what? I'm going to go with a complete upset. He's had no luck this entire season, but we saw in practice he had some. Mitch Hobbs.
Mitch Hobbs?
It's a long shot, but if he can get what he was seeing, he's got a shot.
Ryan, who's your pick without anybody in this booth?
Nobody in the booth? I think somebody gets number 4. I'm going with Perkins. He surprised us with the bump day. He's got the experience of winning this race. I think he has a good shot at making it number 4.
I'm going to go out and probably surprise some people with this. But maybe not. I'm actually going to say that the reliability holds up and Nick Pericles finally gets redemption from grenading the motor. I think Pericles is going to win it. Well, I don't think we have any... What?
Every race this season he's had the speed for sure.
Yeah, every race this season he's had the speed. And Silver Speed has said they've worked on their reliability. They've got like 6 cars in the race, I believe. I think they are definitely going to be a factor in this race. One of the Silver Speeds will make it to the end. But with that being said, I don't think any of us have anything else to say. That's it from Bump Day Qualifying. We'll see you for the Colonel Baxter's Fried Chicken Consolation Race tomorrow and the American 700 afterward. The most prestigious stock car race in the world, where both Ryan Griffin and Vince Freeze, who joined me in the booth, will be in the race.
Hopefully you'll be talking to one of us as the winner.
Yep, hopefully for you two. We'll see you then, everybody.